How significant is this shift in policy in terms of opening up the economy?
Thank you. It looks quite significant in terms of the central government messaging. As you mentioned, people traveling between different parts of China will no longer need to show negative virus tests. They also won't need to show their health code anymore. They won't need to get virus tested when they arrive. So it's really kind of canceling all of those restrictions that had really kept people from traveling for the last several months. So hopefully we'll be seeing a pickup in that, especially as one JLL economist pointed out to me, we have the Chinese New Year coming up in January. So this is going to be a big test for the whole entire system and how they deal with COVID. But travel certainly seems to be easing on that front. We also have, encouragingly, for production, they said that if you're not a high-risk area, you cannot stop work and production. And if we look at some of the high-risk areas that in China now, it's really just down to a building or even a unit within the building. So this is really saying, the local authorities must allow work to continue, production to resume. And if it's ties with some COVID infection, that's really specific to one specific area. So lots of encouraging signs on that, and just generally formalizing what we've been hearing more and more about, allowing people to quarantine at home instead of having to go to centralized facilities. But again, all this comes down to the local implementation. And even just in Beijing, we've had a similar relaxation of virus testing measures and checks, but I think it just seems like a sort of a slow on the ground. Some places will implement it. Other places say they're still waiting for some announcement. So it may take a bit of time across the country to see the effects of this. But we'll hear more details from the press conference that's going on right now.
The National Health Commission in China is talking about how they are adjusting some of the COVID protocols to improve the lives and prospects of those who may have the disease or may have had a close contact. We just need to point out the Chinese markets really are not showing very much movement on the back of this announcement. One anticipates maybe a good deal of the anticipated reopening is priced into Chinese stocks at this point. As far as the sectors that are perhaps set to benefit most, I mean, you would have thought that the casinos would get a decent run here, but they did quite well earlier in the week from, in fact, the end of last week, as we already saw some movement on the reopening. Technology, not really responding particularly positive either so far to the news flow here. In terms of the Chinese yuan, let's just show you where we are on the dirty float rate. If we pop that up for you, we are 6.9794. Not a huge movement at this stage.